Research title. Ano nga ba ang research title? A research title has to get the attention of the readers. In other words, it must be catchy. Being catchy does not mean sacrificing the main message or idea of your report. Hence, according to Silverman 2006-339, choose a title that catches the reader's attention by properly informing them about the main focus on your research. Silverman is suggesting a two-part title containing a simulating title applying a present participative signifying action and a subtitle which is more descriptive. Ang sinasabi ng text na ito ay tungkol sa kung paano gumawa ng magandang research title. Hindi lang basta title, dapat catchy siya. Pero ano ang ibig sabihin ng catchy? Hindi ibig sabihin na pa-cute lang o dramatic lang. Ang ibig sabihin ng catchy, dapat nakaka-attract ng attention ng reader. Pag nakita pa lang yung title, mapapasabi ka lang ng interesting to basahin ko nga. Pero take note, sabi nga ni Silverman, hindi mo dapat sakripisyo yung main idea ng research mo para lang maging catchy. So, balance dapat. Meaning, attention grabbing pero malinaw pa rin kung tungkol saan yung study mo. Ngayon, may suggestion si Silverman na tinatawag na two-part title. Ano ito? So, may dalawa tayong example dito. Ang una ay stimulating title. Have you ever experienced being bullied? Ito yung unang part na pang-hook. Usually, ginagamit to ng present participle, yung mga words na nagtatapos sa ing. Kasi parang may action, may movement. Halimbawa, experiencing bullying in silence or living in fear. Napapaisip agad yung reader, may emotion, may impact. Pangalawa ay descriptive title. A study on the perception of the victims of bullying in the primary schools. Ito naman yung pang-explain. Dito mo nilalagay yung mas formal at academic na description ng study mo. Halimbawa, a study on the perceptions of primary school victims of bullying. So, kapag pinagsama mo, experiencing bullying in silence, a study on the perceptions of primary school victims of bullying. Ayun, may hook ka na. Tapos, clear pa rin kung ano talaga yung research mo. Pangalawa ay research abstract. Ano ang research abstract? A research abstract is a vital component of a report as it provides the readers with a snap view of what you will expect from it. The abstract gives a synopsis of the objectives and results of the report to be described in detail from the body of the report. Silverman 2006 identified what an abstract should contain. So, ang abstract, isipin nyo na parang movie trailer ang abstract ng research paper. Hindi niya kinikwenta lahat, pero binibigyan niya ang reader ng malinaw at mabilis na idea kung ano ang aasahan nila sa buong study. Sabi nga ni Silverman, napaka-important ng abstract kasi ito yung unang binabasa ng mga readers, researchers o panelists. Minsan nga, dito pa lang nagde-decide na sila kung babasahin nila ang buong paper mo o hindi. So, ano yung dapat malaman ng research? Ang isang abstract ayon kay Silverman, may 5 itong importanteng parts. Ang una ay research problem. Ano yung problema na gustong sagutin ng study mo? Halimbawa, may pagtaas ba ng bullying cases sa primary schools? Dapat malinaw agad kung ano yung issue na tinutukunan mo. Pangalawa, significance and value of the problem. Bakit mahalaga ang problemang ito? Ano ang ambag ng study mo? Halimbawa, makakatulong ba ito sa teachers, sa students, sa policy making? Dito mo ipapakita kung bakit worth it basahin ang research mo. Pangatlo, data and methods utilized. Paano mo ginawa ang study? Survey ba? Interview? Ilang participants? qualitative ba o quantitative. Di mo kailangang i-explain ng detalyado pero dapat may idea ang reader kung paano mo nakuha yung data mo. Pang-apat, main findings. Ano ang pinaka-resulta na ng study mo? Ano ang na-discover mo? Ito ang pinaka-core ng abstract kasi dito malalaman ng reader kung ano talaga yung kinalabasan. At pang-lima, implication in the light of other research. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng findings mo? Sumasang-ayon ba ito sa ibang studies? May bago ka bang contribution? Dito mo ipinapakita ang connection ng research mo sa mas malawak na academic discussion. And meron pang sabi dito, a research abstract has a word limit. The most common word limit is 100. This is challenging part of the writing of a report because it is difficult to write the many things that you want to impart in just a few words. So, ang sabi ay abstract ay may word limit. Karaniwan, 100 words lang. Imagine mo, ang buong research mo na 50 pages, tapos kailangan mo siyang summarize sa 100 words. Mahirap, no? Kaya ang abstract writing ay isang skill na kailangan. Concise, direct to the point, clear, walang paligoy-ligoy, complete, nandun lahat ng essential parts. Hindi pwedeng kulang, hindi rin pwedeng sobra. So, ang abstract ay hindi lang introduction, hindi rin ito conclusion, ito ay buo ng buong research. Mula problem hanggang applications, pero in a very short and precise way. Kaya pag nagsusulat ng abstract, isipin nyo, ibabasahin lang ito ng isang tao, maintindihan ba niya kung anong ginawa ko, anong nalaman ko. Yan yung goal ng isang magandang research abstract. At sumunod ay list of contents. Ano ang list of contents? Sabi dito, a list of contents is a useful component of a report as it guides the readers to find their way through the different parts of the report. Hence, the consistency of the page numbers with the parts of the report is vital. Inconsistent page numbering would result to the reader's confusion. So, list of contents, sa madaling salita, ang list of contents or table of contents ay parang mapa ng research paper mo. Tinutulungan nito ang reader na madaling mahanap ang iba't ibang parts ng report tulad ng introduction, methodology, at conclusion. Importante na tama at consistent ang page numbers. Kapag mali ang numbering, malilito ang reader at nagmumukhang hindi maayos ang paper mo. So, tandaan na gabay ito ng reader, dapat accurate ang page numbers. Nakakadagdag ito ng professionalism ng research mo.